Alton Towers has been subject to many rides disappearing over the years. Enterprise has gone walkies, Submission as well, I don't know, Jewel, where the hell's that gone? But obviously when these rides are removed, you don't want to just replace them with, I don't know, a picnic area or just nothing. You want to replace them with something that will help the capacity of the theme park. Unlike another park in the UK where they've utilised one of their standing but not operating flat rides as theming in the queue line for Black Mirror Labyrinth. But with Alton Towers facing that problem themselves, they thought, why not use the easiest solution? Today, I'm going to be talking about the very controversial topic of the Retrosquad at Alton Towers, the funfair attractions that sit in the old ride spaces, only because they are there to help increase capacity. And also, they've managed to increase the amount of angry enthusiasts on Twitter. And specifically, I wanted to talk about how long those rides have left at the park. Could be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It might be 50. Retrosquad lifespan is endless. And if you do go on to enjoy this video and want to see more Alton Towers content just like this, then please subscribe. There's going to be a very exciting video dropping tomorrow, which I can't wait to release. Subscribe to stay tuned for that. It'd be greatly appreciated. So the Retrosquad, the group of flat rides that came down to Alton Towers from space, totally real, coming down to save Alton Towers. I mean, in the storyline of it, it's supposed to be some like evil power that they're trying to stop, or I don't even know, but I guess in real life it's just capacity issues. They crashed down at the resort in 2021, and to this day there's only one of the original 3 remaining. With the original rides being replaced over the course of the past few years, the park each year released a video that was animated, and it showed quite a bit of the storyline and sort of showed one ride coming down and then the next going back up, and then another one crashing down. It was actually really cool, and I mean, for a few fairground rides, they put a lot more effort in than anyone thought they would. The first year, the 3 rides came down just themselves. The next year, one was abducted from the resort, and then another one took its place. And then most recently, an evil Australian flat ride, I don't know, decided to invade X Sector and replace nothing. That's just a cowabunga moment if I've ever seen it. The original 3 rides were, of course, Fly, Mixtape, and Roller Disco. God, I really do miss Mixtape. That one, which was my favourite, was then replaced with Spinjam the year after. And then the year after that, which is this year, oh, time flies when you're having Retrosquad rides, Roller Disco left the park and Twistatron took its place in a completely different location. You know what, I actually haven't done this yet, but I'm thinking, you know what, why don't I do a little tier list quickly to discuss what my favourite Retrosquad rides are. Here we are, we've got my high effort tier list, as you can see. Honestly, I've designed this, it took me multiple hours, and we've got a whopping 5 rides to rank. And we're going to start with Fly, I think. I mean, this is just my opinion, so first of all, don't get offended by it. And second of all, it may be completely different for you guys. Now, Fly is the sort of paratrooper style model. I'm probably going to get that wrong for every single one. And it is very intense, to be fair. I mean, it's also quite sickening, especially after you've eaten food. I don't recommend going on it once you've eaten food. Please don't. But it is quite a fun ride, so I'm actually going to put that at B. Mixtape, which is the sort of jump around model again, where you'd sort of go round in a circle whilst your individual arm with you sat on it spins round and jumps up and down, and it was so much fun. It wasn't exactly the most forceful ride, but it had some really good airtime to it, and you just, as I said, fun ride. I'm so sad they got rid of it. It's going to go in the A tier. Spinjam, that's the next one now. I know originally when it first released, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I hate it. But that was purely because the cycle that I had was way too long, and it just was so intense that I felt completely ill. I have actually done it quite a few times since, and it's actually a decent ride. Can't believe I said that. I'm going to put that in the B tier, beneath Fly. Roller Disco, the most recent removal from the Retrosquad lineup. This was your classic waltzer style attraction. The only reason that I wouldn't rate this too highly is because a waltz is supposed to be absolutely crazy, but because it's at Alton Towers and it's a theme park rather than an amusement park or a fairground, it hardly ran to its full potential. I'm going to put it in C. As we reach the final one, the most recent addition to the Retrosquad lineup, Twistatron. Now, Twistatron is a starfighter, something like that. You face outwards, you sort of spin around this axis, and then you sort of levitate upwards. Yeah, you just lift off into the sky. I'm going to put it in D tier. Looking at that, I'm happy. What a list. But as the title of this video and the thumbnail and everything to do about this video implies the question of how long does the Retrosquad at Alton Towers have left? By that, of course, I do mean when their time will be up. I'm not saying that like, oh, I wonder how much long they're going to be running for. Technically, I am saying that. I'm so stupid. Now, the fact these rides are temporary solutions to a quite permanent problem, no one realistically saw them sticking around for the 3 years that they already have, let alone any longer. My speculation or assumption would be that we might see 1 or 2 of the Retrosquad stick around. They are still quite popular rides, especially Spinjam, because look at the queue for it. It's incredible. And of course, they would help to keep that capacity increased. And if we think about it, over the next couple of years, when they've got these huge investments coming in, such as Nemesis Subterra, I think it's going to open soon, and Project Horizon, I can't see us getting replacements for these flat rides anytime soon. So if 1 or 2 do get removed and 1 stays or something, I reckon the one that will stay is probably Fly, because that ride is a fan favourite and it fits the area quite well, as I said. Although the things I would do to see Ripsaw come back, I pray. That one would probably stay a bit longer than the other 2, because Twistatron and Spinjam I can't see lasting long at all. I feel like even Towers themselves probably know this, but the fact you used to walk into X Sector, see the Smiler and Oblivion, it was like this world-class area and theme park. But in 2023, with the Retrosquad rides, 2 of them being down there, it feels like you're just at a fun fair. I mean, last time I went, Twistatron was literally playing the Star Wars theme on it. So I'd assume at some point when the capacity isn't too much of an issue, they would love to go back to how it was before that. Because I genuinely think if Nemesis and Subterra both reopen, which, I mean, Nemesis is confirmed and Subterra, you've got a massive roller coaster and what is technically a dark ride / flat ride that will be there. So 2 of the smaller flat rides, the little funfair one, oh, look at them over there, they could just be binned off. Not needed anymore. But as much as the evil robot that came down for Twistatron sort of said, oh, I'm going to destroy all of the Retrosquad, which obviously sparks the fact that, is this going to be the final year of them? I could see that relating more to the fact that the 2 in X Sector will just disappear. And maybe Fly will be the last one left, and maybe that one will get removed in like 2025 or 26. Eventually. At the end of the day, I'm just speculating away, aren't I? I mean, another bit of speculating we can do is what could replace them. If they go this year, then nothing's going to replace them straight away. No chance. But later down the line, we could see some more unique permanent flat rides going in. Maybe a Zamperla Nebulas, although I did speculate that when Enterprise was going to get removed, and then look what we got instead. I was a bit off. We could see some family flat rides like Ostrich Stampede, which is going to the world of Jumanji, at Chessington World of Adventures, or even the most unique of them all, we could just get Enterprise too. Leave your thoughts on what you'd like to replace these funfair flat rides down below in the comments. And be sure to subscribe. Cheers.